and Darren, reflect on what we heard from Sir Geoffrey Donaldson there of the DUP, that it wasn't just about tinkering with these customs regulations. It was the whole fundamental constitutional issue and the rewriting of the treaty text. I mean, that's not going to happen, is it?
You wouldn't have thought not. I think what the DUP are essentially asking for is kind of democratic consent in all of this. They feel that at the moment some of the laws made here in Northern Ireland don't really have the consent of the public, i.e. they're not really part of the process. The laws are made at an EU level that can be imposed on Northern Ireland. Of course, there'll be a role for the European Court of Justice in all of that as well. And what they want to see is much more democratic consent, the use of the Assembly, the use of Stormont, if you like. But it is clear that the DUP, while recognising, I think Geoffrey Donaldson last night, speaking to Conservative MPs, said that 3 to 4 of their 7-point plan had been met, that clearly they're not at the line yet. And it is pretty difficult for Rishi Sunak, trying to ensure that you've got, yes, your Conservative backbenchers in support of this, but also the DUP, while at the same time negotiating with the European Union. And we have to remember here in Belfast as well that the DUP is also just one party. It doesn't speak for everyone here. It is, yes, the largest unionist party. It gets about 30% of the votes. But there are a lot of people here in Northern Ireland who actually are in favour of the protocol as it stands, who think that the protocol provides Northern Ireland with the best of both worlds, that it gives them access to the UK single market, but also the EU single market as well. And then the UK government need to be aware of the fact that these negotiations cannot simply just be with the DUP. They have to be with the SDLP and Sinn Féin and the other parties. And all this, of course, while pressure builds, and this is fundamentally why Rishi Sunak's taking this undertaking now, if you like, ahead of the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement. Yeah. The British government desperate to see Stormont restored before that April deadline.